Picking up right from where we left off in the last lesson, where we've successfully authenticated our database, or set up authentication rather, and now we have got access to our MyAppDB through MongoDB Compass. I wanted to demonstrate a problem that we have with our setup. The problem that we're going to have is whatever we save to the database will be saved while our container is running. But if the container stops and is deleted for whatever reason, any information that is saved to the database during that container's lifecycle will disappear forever. We want to solve this problem using volumes, but just to kind of test it out, we can head on over to this local tab over here, and you can just click on this plus button, and we're going to create a test collection here. So we'll just say test, and you can create the collection. You can just go and add some data in here if you wanted to. And we'll just add something in here just for testing purposes, and you can insert that document. Once you've done that, you'll see that we have a collection test with one document in it now. So what I'm going to do is head on over to our terminal. You can just hit Control-C to stop the containers. And once that's done, within Docker Desktop, I'm going to delete the container. We'll say delete forever. And then we can just go ahead and rerun Docker Compose up. Once the MongoDB server is up and running, I'm just going to refresh this database, and you'll see as soon as I refresh the whole database, we've lost that test collection with any documents that were in it. So that just proves to us now that our data within the database is not being persisted across container life cycles. So we covered volumes in quite a bit of detail in the previous modules. So now that we have that knowledge, we can just go ahead and set this up, and it's going to be quite an easy fix for us at this point in time. So if we head on over to Visual Studio Code, and you can go to dockercompose.yaml, the way we're going to do this is set up an additional config key here for volumes, just like we did in our Express API. And we're going to create a volume mount here that we can use. So I'm going to reference a new folder, which we're going to create in a moment. So it's going to be a folder at the root of our whole project. And then I'm going to say :/data/db. And this is a reference to a folder and a subdirectory within it called db, and this is going to be contained within the Mongo service container that is created. So by creating this mounting, we taking all the information that is created in this db folder, and we're storing it in the data folder that we're creating here locally. So you can just make sure that you've saved your work. And once you've done that, and you have your data folder that you've created, go ahead and kill your containers. I've already done that. And so you can rerun the containers now, which with this new volume that's been set up. So we'll say Docker Compose up. Once the container has been rerun, you'll see that the data folder within your project now has been populated with a whole lot of files and folders. If you head on over to the Docker Desktop app, to your MyAppDB container, you'll see under the file section here, there's this data.db, and you'll see that there's a mount that has been created here. And all of these files and folders that we see here have now been mounted to this data folder. So what this allows us to do is persist our data locally. So if we head on over to MongoDB Compass and we create a test collection, you can go ahead and just insert a document. You can put whatever random information you want in here and insert that, and then you'll see now we have a test collection with one document. And if I go ahead and kill our containers, and once they have been stopped, you can just go ahead and delete the containers here, and once there's no containers, we can restart our containers and just go ahead, and if we refresh our MongoDB instance, you'll see that the test collection has stayed here. It's persisted across a brand new container lifecycle. And so with that, we've successfully implemented persistent storage using volumes, and that's all looking good. So let's take a quick break here. So well done on making it this far. It's been really good work up until this point. I'll see you in the next module where we'll crack on with our API. So I'll see you over there. Cheers for now.